Welcome to the ancient city of Jericho, a city surrounded by walls so high they seem to touch the sky. But what if I told you that it wasn't just those massive walls that kept people out? Something far darker, far more sinister, lived within them. Tonight, we explore the Curse of Jericho. Centuries ago, Jericho was a city full of life, yet behind its mighty walls, a secret loomed. It was said that an ancient curse hung over the city, buried deep in its history, growing with each generation. The people feared the night, for they believed that dark forces, restless spirits, and forgotten souls wandered among them once the sun went down. One fateful night, an eerie silence took over Jericho. The air was still, too still, as if the city was holding its breath. The sky darkened unnaturally, swirling with ominous clouds that seemed to gather right above the city. The soldiers on the walls stood frozen, unable to shake off the strange feeling creeping up their spines. They could sense it. The curse was awakening. Just before midnight, the wind picked up, but instead of its usual whistle, a low, haunting sound echoed through the air. It was a horn, distant yet growing louder, as if it was coming from the very earth itself. The soldiers looked at each other, confused. No one had blown the city's horn. It wasn't one of them. The sound came from beyond the walls, perhaps from the other side of life itself. And then it happened. The ground trembled beneath Jericho. The great walls, those mighty walls, began to crack. People rushed into the streets in panic, screaming, as the very foundation of their city started to crumble. But it wasn't just the ground shaking. Something else was here. They saw them. Figures, shadowy figures with hollow black eyes, emerged from the darkness. These were not human. They were the cursed souls of Jericho's past, risen from their forgotten graves. Their presence was suffocating, cold, as they glided silently through the city, their mere touch causing the walls to collapse. In the chaos, a loud wail echoed, deeper than any human voice, more chilling than any scream. It came from the heart of the city, where the ancient curse had festered for generations. The spirits had returned, and they were taking back what was theirs. As the walls of Jericho crumbled, the invaders outside were the least of the city's problems. The true terror was inside. Those cursed, ghostly figures had come for the souls of the living. No one could escape. Those who survived told of eyes in the dark, cold hands pulling them into the shadows, and a bone-chilling horn that sounded like the call of death itself. To this day, they say that when the wind blows through the ruins of Jericho, you can still hear the distant horn. It's the call of the cursed spirits, forever bound to the city that betrayed them. So, if you ever find yourself near the ruins of Jericho, be careful. You never know if the shadows are truly empty, or if they're watching you. Spooky whispering voice. The Curse of Jericho is eternal. Subscribe for more spine-chilling stories, and remember, not all legends are just stories. Some are very, very real.